227 was a hit TV series that premiered in 1985 and ran for 5 seasons. In this video, you will see how have the actors of the movie 227 change. You will know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then, in 1985, and what's with them now, in 2025. Okay, let's go. Marla Gibbs as Mary Jenkins. Marla Gibbs played Mary Jenkins and was essentially the lead actress of the 227 cast. Mary, her husband, and her daughter lived in a middle-class apartment, and Mary served as the protagonist of the show. Age filming, 54 years old. During and after the show's 5-year run, Marla also served as a supporting actress in several films and guest starred on episodes of Touched by an Angel, Southland, and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Marla Gibbs married her high school sweetheart, and the couple had 3 children together. Her husband, Jordan Gibbs, died in 1973, and she never remarried. Now she is 94 years old. Helen Martin as Pearl Shea. In 227, Helen Martin played Pearl Shea, the devoted grandmother character who spent a lot of her time sitting at her front window so that she could listen to the not-so-private conversations anyone nearby was having. Age filming, 76 years old. Helen Martin's stint on 227 is reminiscent of her famous previous role as Weeping Wanda on Good Times, because once again she plays the nosy neighbor. Pearl was indeed nosy, but she was well loved in her community, unlike most of her co-stars. After 227 came to an end, Martin received more recognition in film roles than in TV guest starring spots. She played several other grandmotherly characters in films like Bulworth, House Party 2, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, and Hollywood Shuffle. She was also in a couple of other sitcoms, namely, That's My Mama. Helen Martin accomplished a career spanning more than 60 years but passed away due to a heart attack in 2000. She was 90 at the time. Martin never married, and she never had children. Alaina Reed Hall as Rose Holloway. Alaina Reed Hall played Rose Lee Holloway on the 227 cast. Her character was the landlady of the apartment in which the show took place. Rose was also close friends with Mary Jenkins. Her character later married Warren Merriweather, who was played by the actress's real-life husband, Kevin Peter Hall. Age filming, 39 years old. Alaina Reed Hall was another familiar face to us before she came to 227. We knew her as Olivia, Gordon's sister from Sesame Street. After the show, Hall appeared in several TV shows, such as NYPD Blue, Friends, Ally McBeal, and The actress was married 3 times, and she had 2 children with her first husband. Actor Kevin Peter Hall was her second husband, and they stayed together until his death from AIDS-related complications. Her third husband was Afghan-American director, screenwriter, and producer Tamim Amini, whom she married in 2008. Alaina Reed Hall passed away after a long battle with breast cancer in 2014. Though she was diagnosed in 2007, she was 63 years old. Reynaldo Rey as Mailman. Reynaldo Rey played the character of the mailman on 227 at the age of 45. He appeared as a recurring character on the show and was known for his comedic presence. While he wasn't one of the main characters, his role as the friendly but sometimes quirky mailman added a bit of humor and charm to the series. Reynaldo Rey was a talented actor and comedian, and his role on 227 was one of the many highlights of his career in television and film. He died May 28, 2015 at the age of 75. Hal Williams as Lester Jenkins. In 227, Hal Williams, one of the most well-known 227 black actors, played Lester Jenkins, the husband of Mary Jenkins and the father of Brenda Jenkins. He was a working-class man and owned his own construction company. Age filming, 47 years old. Most of us Generation Xers remember Hal Williams from way back as Officer Smitty from Sanford and Son and the hard-driving Sergeant Ross from Private Benjamin. When the show ended, Hal Williams acted in Night Court, L.A. Law, Tales from the Crypt, Suddenly Susan, Moesha, and Parks and Recreation, to name a few. Williams has 3 children and was married twice. Today he is single, and he has been single since the early 1980s. Now he is 87 years old. Kia Goodwin as Tiffany Holloway. Kia Goodwin played Tiffany Holloway at the Rose's daughter and Brenda's best friend. In that role, Tiffany was somewhat like a little sister to Brenda, and her character never had time to develop. Age filming, 12 years old. Goodwin's mother didn't like California, and she wanted to go back to their native New York, so they let her out of her contract and wrote her out of the storyline after the first season. As for Kia, she returned to Hollywood a couple of years later. She hit pay dirt with a multi-episode role in the TV series Platinum in 2003. And from there she moved on to do the same with Barbershop, The Good Wife, and Law and Order SVU. Her last role to date is an episode of the series The Code in 2019. Now she is 52 years old. Curtis Baldwin as Calvin Dobbs. Curtis Baldwin played Calvin at the age of 18. The boy that Mary's dogger Brenda constantly swooned over. Calvin was the basic boy next door who couldn't wait to get next to Brenda every chance he got. After 227 Wrapped, Baldwin went on to an episode of Moesha. That was basically it for him as far as acting is concerned. Today, he has a beautiful wife and kids. He operates a recording studio where he produces under the name of Raw Rizzo. And he performs stand-up comedy. Now he is 57 years old. Jackee Harry as Sandra Clark. Jackee Harry landed the role of Sandra Clark in 227. Sandra Clark was the man-hungry, ego-inflated, but still likable neighbor to the Jenkins household. Even though her entries were laced with shenanigans, we didn't mind Sandra. She kept things fun and lively. Age filming, 29 years old. Her role as Sandra led her to become the first black actress to win an Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. After the show, Jackee starred with Oprah Winfrey in the adaptation of The Women of Brewster Place, a novel written by Gloria Naylor. She also played Coco in The Royal Family and Lisa Lowry in Sister, and the latter role earned her the NAACP Image Award 2 years in a row. Like Marla Gibbs, Jackee Harry also had a role in Days of Our Lives. Today, Jackee is a spokesperson for the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund and an ambassador to the Women's International Center. Jackee Harry has been married twice. Once to famed bass guitarist and conductor Jerry Jemmett. She has one adopted son and a grandson. And she is single. Now she is 69. Regina King as Brenda Jenkins. Regina King played Mary and Lester's daughter, Brenda. Brenda was smart, pretty, and a little bit boy crazy. But she was studious and was always into her books when she wasn't obsessing over Calvin. Age filming, 14 years old. King is the absolute breakout star of 227. She is an accomplished actress with 54 credits to her name. Many of them starring roles on enduring TV series and prominent film roles. King is also a director and producer. And in 2019, she took home the coveted Academy Award, Oscar, for Best Actress in a Supporting Role in If Beale Street Could Talk, 2019. King earned an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her role as Tisha's mother on If Beale Street Could Talk. A couple of her most recent roles were in Flag Day and The Harder They Fall. King was married to Ian Alexander from 1997 to 2007. And she had one son. King's star is white hot and it shows no signs of burning out anytime soon. Now she is 54. Countess Vaughn as Alexandria DeWitt. Countess Danielle Vaughn is an American actress, singer and television personality. Countess Vaughn portrayed Alexandria DeWitt on 227 at the age of 10. Alexandria was a young, rich, and often spoiled character who was brought in as a new neighbor in the apartment building where the show is set. Countess Vaughn's performance as Alexandria brought a lot of energy to the show. And her character became memorable for her sassy attitude and her interactions with the more established characters. Like Mary Jenkins, she was cast as Alexandria DeWitt in the 4th season of NBC sitcom 227 at the start of its 4th season in 1988. Vaughn left the show the following year. Now she is 47. Barry Sobel as Dylan McMillan. Barry Sobel played Dylan McMillan on 227 at the age of 26. He appeared in a few episodes as a recurring character. Dylan McMillan was a charming but somewhat mischievous character who had a bit of a romantic interest in Mary Jenkins. Played by Marla Gibbs, His character provided a humorous dynamic and added a bit of complexity to the show with his flirtatious and sometimes troublemaking ways. Barry Sobel, known for his stand-up comedy. Now he is 65 years old.